Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Crystal. I'm a licensed esthetician and makeup artist, and today I have a really good video. This video is going to have a lot of jewels, and it's going to be great for the beginner, the person starting off doing makeup but they don't really know what to get and what to use. So this is going to be me helping you to know what you need inside your kit to achieve a beautiful makeup look, whether you want to go to the club, to church, to work, to school, or you just want to look cute at home. I'm going to show you the products that you need. Now, this is not a tutorial, so it's not going to be a makeup tutorial. It's going to be more so on the education side. So I'm going to show you all the products, and then I'm going to tell you what purpose each one of these products serve. So I got a little notebook, so if you see me looking down, it's so that I can look at my notes and then I'll know what to tell, so I won't leave out any information. So if you think you're interested in knowing what you need in your beginner kit, then please keep on watching. Okay, so we're going to get started on the first product. The first product that you will need is a primer. So I have a primer right here, and this is a more high-end primer. It's the Smashbox, the original Photo Finish Smooth and Blur Primer, but you can use any drugstore primer. Maybelline has a really good one that's my favorite. I just don't have it right now, so I'm showing you what I do have in the primer that I actually use today. This is pretty much my favorite primer. Now, a primer. When I say you need this, you absolutely need a primer. I wouldn't even put on foundation if I didn't have a primer. So if you ever want to know what's the difference between when you go and you pay $65 or $75, however much your makeup artist charge, why it looks different from when you do it at home and she does it at home, why it lasts all day, why it looks more matte, or why it helps your skin not be oily, it's because of this little thing right here. So your primer is basically there to start as the foundation of the face. So if you don't have this, then of course your foundation is not going to be flawless. This is here to make sure that your makeup lasts all day, and primer serves so many different purposes depending on your skin and what you want to achieve, what look you want to achieve. If you want to achieve a matte look, well, of course, flawless. Everybody wants a flawless look, but a matte look, a radiant look, a glowy look, a dewy look, whatever you want to achieve. So primers are there to blur out, lines. If you have wrinkles, if you have larger pores, if you have any type of imperfections that you want to cover, and then you just basically want your skin to be flawless. Like, you don't want any creasing, you don't want oil, you don't want anything that can make your makeup ease off or slip off your face easy. You need this primer. I'm telling you, if you don't have a primer, you might as well not even do your makeup. That's just my personal opinion. You have to have a primer. Okay, so we're on to product number 2 that you need. Foundation. Now this is optional, but if you do want to achieve, I would say a full face look, a full face of makeup, even skin tone, then you need this. So this is a high-end, a more high-end foundation. This is Too Faced Born This Way Matte 24-Hour Full Coverage Foundation, and this is one of my favorite foundations to use on the more high-end side. And this is Maybelline Fit Me. This is the matte and poreless, and this is on the more budget-friendly foundation. So you can find this at Walgreens, CVS, Walmart, Target, anywhere you pretty much can buy groceries, or any type of drugstore, you can get this foundation. Now, the purpose of the foundation is to make your skin even, make the tone of your skin even, make it all one color, make it uniform, to cover any dark spots you have, any blemishes, any type of imperfection that you want to cover. So the foundation is good. Now, you can choose to get a more heavyweight foundation, or you can choose to get a more lightweight, depending on what you want to achieve. If you want a more natural look, I would say use a more lightweight, a liquid foundation that's a little bit more light. Or if you want super full coverage, then I recommend using a more full coverage. And so the foundations say that on the bottom, like This, the Born This Way matte foundation says it's 24-hour undetectable super long wear foundation. So this foundation is supposed to last 24 hours. And I'm telling you, this foundation lasts because, baby, when you put it on, it's going to be on your face. Especially if you use the primer. If you use the primer, this is not coming off. I tell my clients all the time that if you use that primer and you use a good foundation, it's going to stay on there. They ask me, is it going to last all night? Girl, yes, it's going to last until you wipe it off. And sometimes it might even be hard to wipe off. But anyway, it says that this is oil-free, oil-controlling, waterproof, transfer-resistant. Now, I don't know about the transfer-resistant. It might not transfer as much. But if I rub it, on my face, it's foundation, it's gonna come off. So all the ones that say transfer resistant, it's still gonna transfer a little bit, maybe just not as much if you set it with a powder. So foundation, primer, foundation, those are the first two steps. Okay, so the next product, the third product that I'm going to show you is for brows. Now, this is a brow pencil, but you have the option to use powders, pomades, gel, basically whatever you want to use. So I like more of the natural looking brows, so I always tend to use a pencil. And so this is a pencil from Juvia's Place, and I want to say this pencil is about $7, and this is my absolute favorite, the Precisely My Brow Pencil by Benefit. And I just like it because this is the more high-end one. So I like it because it's very, it's retractable pencil, and it's very, very thin. You probably can't even see that, but it creates really, really fine strokes. So the brows are actually very natural, and it looks like hair strokes when you use it. So that's what I use today for my brows. So if you like my brows, then you're gonna want to stick to a pencil because you can kind of make it darker, lighter as you want, but overall it's usually more natural looking. And so the brow pencil, the purpose of using a brow pencil is to shape and define the brows. So me personally, this is my favorite part. I feel like if you get your brows together, then everything else just falls in place. If you can learn how to draw your brows and fill your brows in, it's all gonna fall into place. It's my favorite thing to do, because sometimes even if you don't want to wear makeup, if you learn how to do your brows and then put maybe some lashes, some mascara on, you good too. So now, every day not a good brow day, I will say that. Some days your brows gonna look like cousins, which is what they're supposed to look like. Well, not cousins, sisters. But some days gonna look like cousins, some days gonna look like your auntie and uncle. But you just gotta keep practicing until you figure out the shape that you like and the shape that fits your face. Now, if you have full brows and you don't have to fill them in, you can just go get them waxed, then I can't stand you. But you're blessed. Anyway, I don't have this, so my brows are more on the thin side. They look fine without being filled in, but I prefer to fill them in because it gives them more definition, and then it looks even more like put together. Okay, so product number 4, I believe you're on number 4, is concealer. Concealer. Now, concealer is very similar to foundation in a sense of it's going to cover all of your imperfections, but it's a little bit thicker than foundation, and it's different types. They have cream concealers, they have liquid concealers, and they have powder concealers, different type of concealer. It's just basically the look that you want. Now, if you go into every type of concealer, every type of foundation, I'll be sitting here all day. But this is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and this is actually one of my favorite concealers because it's very thick, it's very full coverage. So if you have dark circles, you have acne scars, hyperpigmentation, any type of imperfections that you would like to cover, this is a good fit for you because it's more on the thick side. And the other concealer that I'm showing is Juvia's Place. Now this is a more affordable concealer, and it's the same. I believe it gives you the same coverage. It's a little bit thinner, but it still does the same job, and it'll cover your dark spots if you have dark spots on your face from acne scarring, if you have blemishes, if you have dark circles, if you have red patches, whatever imperfection on your skin that you would like to cover, concealer is for you. Now, sometimes some people use this concealer in the place of a foundation. Like if you don't want to wear a full face of makeup and you just would like to use concealer, you can kind of spot treat. So like if you got a little dark mark here or a little dark mark here, you got dark circles, then you can just put it on and then you can just blend it out. You can use your finger, you can use a brush, girl. It's really whatever you want to do. But concealer is, it's a great thing to have. It also brightens up under the eyes. So if you, like I said, if you have a little bit of darkness under your eyes, it also brightens up the eyes. If you're a little tired that day, it'll make you look a little bit more awake. But concealer is always a good thing to have in your makeup kit. Okay, so the next product is bronzer. Bronzer. So I have here a powder bronzer from Juvia's Place. And it's just like a powder. It's like bronzer, contour powder. And then I also have this cream powder. And this is cream bronzer. And it's from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And you can pretty much use both, or you can use one or the other depending on the look that you want to achieve. If you want a heavy contour, I suggest using like a cream bronzer or a foundation stick that's a couple of shades darker than your skin. And the purpose of the bronzer and the contour thing is to warm your face back up. So now that you have the concealer on there, you have the foundation on there, all of your skin is basically one color right now. So this is going to help you to add a little bit more definition. This is going to help you have a little bit more of definition to the face. So you know how you see people, they're like chop, nose snatch, you know, look a little bronze. This is what they use. So you're going to want to use this and like I said, just bring a little bit of warmth back to your face, bring a little bit more color and definition to your face. And this is also completely optional. If you like the look of just one color and you don't want to look like too made up, you just want more of a natural look, then you don't need this. But this is just a great option to have, and I personally love it. Some days I might do just a little bit just so I can add just a little warmth to my face. Some days I don't. Some days I go extra and it's like but it just depends on the occasion. So the next thing that we have is powder. This is item number 6. So the powder is to bake and set, you know, like set your face so that your face will last all day. The powder is there. You can use, you know, foundation powder. They have translucent powder, banana powder, powder that's the same color as your skin. It just all depends on, like I said, the look that you want to achieve. So today I used banana powder and a translucent powder. So the translucent powder, what I have here is from Morphe. So it's a bake and set. So you can use this to set all of your foundation, all of your concealer, so that it looks more of a matte look and that it lasts all day, so it doesn't crease or create lines, and it just basically sit there. It's gonna sit there all day. And you can also use this if you do get oily to go back and just, you know, pat the places that's oil, because some people tend to get oil right here on their forehead and their nose. You just go in, take a little powder, and you can just fix your makeup throughout the day. You don't have to reapply foundation, concealer, none of that. You just use this powder. It's going to absorb all of that oil, and it's just going to set it to where it's just sitting back in place. And so this is very important because this is also going to help your foundation and concealer stay on all day long. Now, you know, if you sit there and you didn't spend however long it take you to make 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 10 minutes, however long, you want this stuff to last. Because that's the purpose of doing it. You don't want to have to go back and reapply foundation 10 minutes later, an hour later. You want it to last all day till you go home and wash your face and go to bed. So I would recommend a setting powder in your kit. You can use any brand. You can use a high-end one. You can use a more affordable one. It really doesn't matter, because most of them achieve the same thing. So it's just basically about finding what you need. If you have oily skin, if you have dry skin, it's just all about finding what you need for your own personal look. Okay, so we're getting to the end of the look now. So what we need next is either some mascara or some lashes, your favorite pair of lashes. Now, if you don't like to wear lashes, then you can just use mascara, and then it'll just make your eyelashes appear, you know, longer, fuller, just made up. It basically just brings the whole look together. Now, I personally, probably 99% of the time, I'm wearing some lashes. And it's just because I feel like the lashes are just like an accessory to your face, and it just brings everything together. To me, a lash can either make or break the look. Like, if you did some okay foundation, like, you know, if it's just like, okay, you really don't know what you're doing, but it's like, oh, I put some on there. If you put some lashes on there, baby, people won't even notice that you messed up and that this eye is more brown than this eye. People will not notice that. So the lashes serve so many different purposes. Not only are they beautiful, they can hide imperfections, they can hide, you know, mess up, anything you want. And it's so many different types of lashes. I know sometimes people are a little more scared of lashes because they think like it's extra. All you see on Facebook are like the really long lashes, 25 mm and 30 mm. Now, if you love those are perfectly fine, because I go from natural to long to medium to short, different type of lashes depending on the mood I'm in. So you can find some natural looking lashes, some that'll look just like lashes barely there, or you can find some medium that's full, or you can take a risk, girl, and go all the way. Just do it. It's basically up to you, like I said. And I feel like lashes are very, very important, or even mascara. If you're blessed and you got the real long lashes, or you just want more of a natural look, then don't put lashes on. Just do mascara. They'll do the job. It'll make your lashes darker, fuller, and a little bit longer depending on which mascara that you use. So now that we have basically a full face of makeup, you're going to want to complete the look with some type of lip gloss, lip chap, lipstick, whatever you prefer. So I actually like go back and forth. Like some days I'm obsessed with lipstick, and I always use a matte lipstick. That's just my personal favorite. Or some days I'm obsessed with lip gloss, or some days I put matte lipstick and lip gloss on. It just depends on what I'm feeling, the mood I'm in. So I feel like the lip gloss is there to, again, bring everything together. I mean, you don't want to have a full face makeup with some dry lips. You do not. That's not cute. So you want to have some type of moisture, some type of something to bring everything together. You can even use lip chap, Carmex. If that's what you want to use, girl, use it. But put something on the lips. Don't leave the foundation stuck on there. Put something over there. And you can also use a lip liner to make it a little bit more defined, to make it stand out a little bit more, make a nude color match your skin a little bit more. But yeah, I recommend lip gloss and lipstick. Okay, so the last thing that I'm going to be showing you is a few tools. Now, these are dirty. I know they're dirty because I literally just used them. But I promise you, these tools will help you. I only have 5 things here, and these will help you complete any look that you want to complete. It's a million different brushes, and they all serve different purposes. But to me, starting off, you just need a few. Or you just need a beauty blender, beauty sponge, whatever you want to call it. So that's what this is. So if you want more of a flawless look, and you want a little bit less of a sheer foundation application, I recommend using a sponge. Now, you do have to wet the sponge. That's the best way to like work the product in and get the most flawless look. So or you can use a brush. So I do have a Real Techniques foundation brush, and this will give you full coverage. And sometimes I use the brush and then I go back with the sponge just to like make sure that it's all blended together. But you really don't need that many brushes to start out. The next brush that I have is a powder brush, and this is just, again, to set the face with that translucent powder or foundation powder that you have. And this is basically just gonna like buff everything together and make everything look flawless. The next brush that I have is a bronzer brush, like contour brush for that contour that you have, and it's just gonna basically make sure that you see the shape of it so that you get that bronzer and contour right where you need it. And the last brush that I'm going to show you is a small concealer brush. Now I use this to clean under my eyebrows with concealer. If you want that more crisp look or you want it to look very defined, then this is just a small brush. This is the Morphe M421 brush, and this is very good, and I feel like it's very beginner friendly. The contour brush that I had is the Morphe M405, and the Real Techniques is just the Real Techniques Expert Face brush, and this is just a powder brush. It's just basically a real fluffy brush. It's very old, and this is just a sponge. It's not I believe it's a Real Technique sponge, but you don't have to have a certain type of sponge. You can get a sponge from anywhere. You just wet it and then you apply your makeup. Okay, so now that I've shown you the products that you need, I believe there was around 10 products that you need. Now it's also so much more with makeup, and we'll probably get into that in a different video, but starting off, I feel like that's a good thing for you to have in your beginner's kit. Even if you want to start doing somebody else's makeup, that's a good product to start. Those are good products to just start with, so that you're starting with something and you can create a natural soft glam look. And like I said, it's so many different things that you could use, but that's to me just like the basics, what you need starting out. And so I thank you for watching this video. I really hope that I helped you out and taught you some things that you didn't know. If you have any other questions, feel free to comment below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you.